Hey guys, Chris with knowyourbest.com. Would you like to start off your day with more enthusiasm, improve your decision making and productivity? Would you like to have more time for the people and things that you love? If you answered yes to any of those, this video will give you the keys to make a great daily routine. You might be asking yourself why making your daily routine is essential at all. If some people think a routine is something that's boring or rigid, I found that a daily routine instead actually helps me focus on what's important and block distractions, helps me free up my energy and boost my productivity. Definitely hasn't made my life more boring. So let's talk about some routine basics. So before diving into specific routines, here's some general principles. Use what are called habit chains. This is a trick to scaling your habits. If you look on the web, you'll see listicles like 57 habits that will change your life. Sure, but how will you even remember half of them, much less find the time to put any of them to use? So instead, find a few keystone habits for your goals and then sort of chain them into a routine. Another good tip is to give yourself breaks between tasks. So most people's attention span lasts somewhere between 20 to 30 minutes, and then our minds start to wander. The Pomodoro technique is for time management, divides those tasks into 25-minute intervals. You'll take a 5-minute break after each interval, and that really allows your mind and your body to recalibrate. Another principle is to set time limits on your tasks. So it's easy to fool ourselves into thinking that we're more productive than we really are. So instead, set a timer for most tasks. When it goes off, move on to the next one. Another tip is to start one new routine every 2 months. On average, it takes about 66 days to form a new habit. So start with one, stick with it for a couple months, and then add another. So now I want to give you my morning routine. I developed it based on many hours of research. I read a lot of fascinating books on the subject, and my favorite one is Hal Elrod's Miracle Morning. And this Savers routine is his creation, and I've added a few things to it. So I hope it works out well for you. Try to wake up more on the early side at the same time each day if you can. And the reason is that the early morning allows us to focus on our goals and tasks without interruptions. We can start the day on our terms before our work and our social lives and all the notifications start to intrude. One of the first things I'll do is to open the blinds and curtains. I know that's very simple, but there's evidence that getting exposure to sunlight in the morning can help us feel more rested. The other thing I like to do is to make my bed every morning. Why is that? It's a small win at the start of the day, right? So it generates some momentum that you can use for accomplishing more tasks. Accomplishing one task leads to another. So now let's talk about savers, okay? So the S stands for silence. And silence basically means any practice that quiets your mind and helps relax you. So for some, it will be meditation. I'm more of a secular guy, not too religious, so I do meditation. For others, prayer might be your thing, and that's great. After that, I'll do affirmations. That's the A. So you can assure yourself that you will reach your goals and live happy through intentional I am statements like I am healthy, wealthy, and wise. Then there's the V for visualization. So create a mind movie for yourself where you have and do all the things that you want. That means picture your dream house, your ideal job, and so on. The E stands for exercise. So do anything that will get your blood pumping. You can walk, jog, stretch, do calisthenics. If you're looking for an exercise guide, I have one on my website, knowyourbest.com, to get your summer body. Or at this point, it might be your fall or winter body. Then read, that's the R. So anything positive, inspiring, thought-provoking, read or listen to an audiobook. And scribing, that's basically writing, right? Really, it's setting your intentions for the day. Some people like to use a gratitude journal, whatever is empowering for you to write about. Then eat a healthy breakfast, right? I found like eating a healthy breakfast, it really makes me feel more energetic, less prone to snacking and overeating throughout the day. So it helps me stay healthier. Now let's talk about some work routines. The first thing I like to do is set aside my 5 major tasks for the week. Warren Buffett uses this 5-25 rule. He'll write out 25 assignments for the week, then narrow it down to the top 5 based on priority. He then aspires to complete one of those every single day. I think that's a great technique. Now, prioritize your tasks. I like to use the Eisenhower method. This is to classify your tasks in a 2x2 matrix based on urgent and non-urgent and vital and unimportant. So urgent and important tasks are going to be your top priority. You try to avoid, automate, or delegate everything else as much as possible. Again, build in some breaks in your day for coffee, the bathroom, or just your sanity. When you accept or set meetings, try to schedule a 5-minute break in between. This also helps follow the Pomodoro method that we talked about. And then take control of your schedule. If you don't, someone else will, I promise you. Schedule blocks of focus time that allow you to do this deep creative work, and do this during your peak energy times. And try to arrange times to check your email, preferably when your energy is a little bit lower. You don't need as much active mind involvement. Then in the evening after work, have dinner with your family or loved ones. I mean, maybe you grew up in a family like this, and I think that's a great practice, but when everyone's home and awake, try to take advantage of it. If you don't have family around, maybe have dinner with a good friend. Work on your hobby or side hustle. So after dinner is a good time to work on your hobbies or a side project if you haven't had a chance to do that in the morning. And then prep for the next day. If you exercise during the day, lay out your clothes by the bed or pack a gym bag. It can also be helpful to organize your to-do list, reflect and set your intentions for the next day before bed. So there you have it. What routines have worked best for you? Please let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe or go to knowyourbest.com to get great self-improvement tips every single week. Thanks a lot.